Now we're just going to use sandpaper to clean up the edges. So now, might be a little bit hard to see, but here you can see right there, you can see there's texture there. And that'll make it look so it's not, doesn't look flat, and that'll make it look off. Now for these green marks, I'm just gonna paint tape and tape that on there. I'm not sure if you can see on the picture. You can see on the picture, you can see it's peeling off right there. So to get that illusion, I'm going to use the tape, and that way I can pull a little bit back if I need to make it, to get that pull it away look. Okay, so this is day 4, and we're going to be painting today. But before we can do that, we have to prime it. Now before we can do that, we have to mask off the clear parts of the windows on the tank, because we want those to be clear when later on. So we're just going to use regular masking tape. It's just Tamiya tape, as well as Mr. Masking Sole. This is a liquid latex, and it's really, really nice. It goes on smooth and dries pretty quickly. It's all around good stuff to have, especially for masking detailed areas where you might go crazy trying to tape everything. Now we're just going to use sandpaper to clean up the edges. So now, might be a little bit hard to see, but here you can see right there, you can see there's texture there. And that'll make it look so it's not, doesn't look flat, and that'll make it look the main color, which is Mr. Color 19 Sandy Brown. The tan, let's see, they're very similar, but that when you're shading, that's definitely what you want, because if it's too contrasting, then it's going to look awful. What I mean by shading is it's going to be spraying the color on the edges of items, edges of things, and then this base color we spray in the middle, and then all around quickly, a thin coat quickly all around, which that'll blend the two colors together, and that'll just make things kind of like pop out of you with your eyes. Yeah, it'll look really good. Or I might supplement this tan with a little bit of black. Or maybe this khaki. This khaki might be good. Just put a little bit in there just to give it a little more, contrasting from the sandy brown. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Tanks are pretty easy. I mean, they usually end up being just one color. Sometimes they, have the camouflage, but even now, that's not too hard. Probably the hardest part's going to be afterwards when we go in with the detail, get some, use a small paintbrush to put a little detail in here. So yeah, that's sounds good. Okay, so I've painted it. It came out really good. there's a few little what we call spider webs, which is when the paint dries too fast and creates kind of like a stringy effect. That just because I didn't realize how hot it was outside. But that's okay. That is easily removed with just a stiff brush. Just scrape it. And this will also come in handy when we do like weathering and stuff. Because as you can see right now, it's pretty flat. I mean, you can see the shading that's been done here, you know, around here. But then there needs to be more definition to everything. So that'll come up when we do shading and panel lining and stuff like that. But I think it came out really good. And I can't wait to, you know, get back into it. Get some of that detailed painting done. Now for panel lining, I'm gonna be using just some burnt Sierra enamel paint, as well as some black. You wanna get one that's in the bottle. I actually just found out that I didn't have any of this, but in black. So I dug up this, and I mean, this will work. These are both oil-based paints, so they'll mix with each other, and we'll still get the color that we need. But these are a lot better to work with because they're in a liquid form, except, you know, these oils are, you know, pasty. And we're gonna make this really thin, obviously.